NASA's Perseverance rover collecting a rock sample that could offer proof of ancient life right there on the red planet.
We believe to be signs of microbial life on the Mars surface.
The Perseverance rover has uncovered intriguing signs that Mars may have once supported life.
So this very well could be the clearest sign of life that we've ever found on Mars.
But what exactly did it find on the red planet? And how could this discovery change our understanding of life beyond Earth? Let's start. Why do we care about this dusty, barren planet? Maybe because Earth is full of life, oceans, forests, and millions of species. Mars, in contrast, looks like a post-apocalyptic world, with deserts and red tones. But it wasn't always like this. Scientists believe Mars once had water, and where there's water, there could have been life, even simple microbes. This raises hope that life might not be as rare as we think. Mars may hold more surprises, and recent discoveries could be just the start. The idea that Mars was once livable has big meaning. If life could survive there, we might learn about how Earth's ecosystem works. Earth and Mars likely began similarly, so it's strange to see Earth remain blue and vibrant while Mars turned barren. There are valuable lessons in that. Do you think life really existed on Mars millions of years ago? Share your theories with us in the comments. Fast forward to NASA's latest rover, Perseverance, launched in July 2020. It landed in Jezero Crater in February 2021 to search for signs of past life. Equipped with advanced instruments, it can examine rocks and soil up close with great precision. The mission is to detect evidence of ancient microbial life. Why Jezero Crater? Scientists believe it once held a large lake and a river delta about 3.5 billion years ago. Such environments are ideal for microbes. This dried-up lake could preserve microscopic life in sediment layers, making it a prime site to search for past life on Mars. And wouldn't you know it, the first big breakthrough from Perseverance came when it detected organic molecules in Martian rocks. These molecules are the building blocks of life on Earth, but they are somewhat ambiguous. They could indicate signs of past life, or they could have come from non-living processes. It's like finding a half-buried footprint in the sand, and wondering, did someone walk here? Or is this just a random shape? Still, it's something, a sign that interesting chemistry happened here, and maybe it wasn't all just rock and dust. Here's where it gets even more intriguing. The organic molecules Perseverance found are not just simple. They're somewhat complex, suggesting something notable might have occurred long ago. The molecules were found in sedimentary rocks, which are great at preserving ancient material like fossils. Imagine a mud pit that dried and fossilized. If tiny microbes lived there, they might be preserved in those rocks. While organic molecules alone don't confirm life was present, they offer a strong clue, especially alongside evidence of ancient water. Over the years, scientists have found many signs of water on Mars: old riverbeds, salty minerals, and underground ice. Jezero Crater's ancient lakebed might have been a microbial oasis on an otherwise dry planet. Perseverance also discovered clay and sulfate salts, which form in water and tend to trap organic materials. On Earth, such environments are rich in microbial life. Altogether, these findings hint at a wetter, potentially livelier past for Mars than once thought. Tap the like button to let us know this content is making a difference. And if you're watching on your phone, be sure to press the hype button right below. Every hype helps this video get published to more people, and it truly supports me in earning extra income. I promise to keep bringing you even more great content. Moving forward, the idea that Mars may hold traces of past life becomes clearer as we explore what Perseverance has found in the rocks and soil. Scientists are particularly excited about the possibility that Perseverance could find tiny fossils of microbes, fossils that would be evidence of past life. Today, Mars is cold, dry, and hostile to life, but billions of years ago, conditions might have been very different. The presence of water, organic molecules, and lake sediments all support the notion that tiny life forms could have existed. If they did, their remains might now be fossilized, which is exactly what Perseverance is searching for. To assist with this, Perseverance carries sophisticated instruments like Sherlock, which uses laser technology to detect complex organic compounds in rocks. Imagine a tiny forensic investigation with lasers scanning rock chemistry to detect signs of fossils. Initial results are promising, but scientists are still analyzing the data carefully. While some uncertainty remains, all the evidence points toward intriguing possibilities for the planet's ancient environment. If you want to see what else NASA's Mars rover has discovered, I've also added a direct link to this video in the comments section pinned below this video. And don't forget to come back. The next discovery is about the question, what happened to Mars? But here's the key question. If Mars had such potential for life, what happened to it? It wasn't always a frozen wasteland. Over time, Mars lost its atmosphere because it lacks a magnetic field like Earth's. Without that protection, solar winds, charged particles from the sun, gradually stripped the atmosphere away. Without a thick atmosphere, water either froze or evaporated, turning Mars into a cold desert with temperatures too extreme to support life as we know it. Perseverance is helping us understand this transformation by analyzing ancient rocks that hold clues about how Mars's environment changed from watery to dry and barren. Examining their chemistry reveals how the climate evolved and what caused those changes. The ultimate goal is to piece together how and why Mars underwent this drastic change, and perhaps gain insights into how Earth has avoided a similar fate. These discoveries by Perseverance are significant for another reason. If life existed on Mars, even in microbial form, it suggests that life might not be unique to Earth. Mars is our cosmic next-door neighbor, and if it had microbes, why not other planets? This possibility makes the universe seem less lonely, and raises the chances that moons like Europa around Jupiter, or Enceladus around Saturn, could harbor life beneath their icy surfaces. Suddenly, the search for extraterrestrial life feels more promising and grounded. However, it's important to remember we don't have evidence of alien life yet. Perseverance's findings are exciting, but far from definitive. To really answer the question, we need to bring samples back to Earth, where scientists can perform detailed tests that rovers can't do remotely. Perseverance has been collecting rock samples and sealing them in tubes, leaving them on the surface for a future mission to retrieve. If we succeed in bringing those samples home, it could revolutionize our understanding by confirming whether Mars once hosted life. The public is naturally excited about Perseverance's discoveries. The minute Perseverance started sending photos back, people were hooked. The desolate beauty of this place is strangely captivating. Now add in the possibility that we might not be alone, that there were tiny critters billions of years ago, and the excitement goes through the roof. It's not just scientists geeking out over this. The whole world is paying attention. Kids are talking about being astronauts again, and social media is buzzing with every new update. But it's not just about the past. If Mars had life before, maybe it could again. With space agencies talking about putting humans on Mars, knowing its history could be vital. The idea of humans settling on Mars has gone from sci-fi to maybe possible. Imagine what it would be like, an entirely new world to live in. If we know what happened to Mars's water and atmosphere, it might help us figure out how to protect our own fragile Earth. Digging deeper, Mars offers signs of its ancient past, showing us how much more there is to learn about the changes it has gone through over time. A planet's rise and fall. One more thing. If Mars had life, that means life is rare and precious. It's a reminder that we need to protect what we have here on Earth. Knowing that life might have existed somewhere else, only to be wiped out, should make us appreciate how lucky we are. The red planet's past is like a cautionary tale for us Earthlings. Don't take things for granted, or you might just end up a barren, dusty rock floating in space. And think about it. The Mars rover's findings aren't just for science nerds. They're for everyone. It's about humanity inching closer to answering that age-old question. Are we alone? It's also about getting a dose of humility. We might think we're hot stuff, but the universe is big, and our understanding of it is tiny. Every time Perseverance sends back some new data, it's another piece of the puzzle, another step toward possibly redefining everything we know about life. Mars might be hiding some big things that could change how we see our own existence. This rover mission is just one chapter in a much bigger saga, one that's going to take years, maybe decades, to fully unfold. It's a reminder that our story isn't over yet, not by a long shot. In fact, it's only just beginning. With each discovery, we're peeling back the layers of Mars, and maybe, just maybe, we'll find something that'll blow our minds. In the end, the rover's findings leave us asking ourselves one big question. If Mars once had life, then what about all those other worlds we've yet to explore? What might we find if we keep looking beyond our horizon? It's this sense of exploration that drives us forward, an insatiable curiosity about the universe and our place within it. And as we look up at that red dot in the sky, we can't help but wonder just how close we are to discovering that we're not alone. It's a story still in the making, and there's a lot more Mars has to reveal. We're ready to listen. It's just a matter of time. Mars is a dusty desert now, but there are signs it once flowed with rivers and lakes. Millions of years ago, the Martian landscape was likely a world of water and warmth. Perseverance's mission, equipped with the most advanced tools humans could come up with, is our latest attempt to find evidence of those ancient times. The fact that we are looking at signs of something long gone, organic molecules hidden in sedimentary rocks, is mind-boggling. There is a genuine chance that once tiny life forms swam or floated in Martian waters, thriving in the very lake beds we are now poking through. The complexity of the organic molecules is a good hint. These aren't just simple atoms floating around. They're more intricate, complex enough to give scientists hope that they might be linked to something biological. Of course, the trick is that nature can be sneaky. It can create organic compounds even in lifeless places. There's a very slim line between chemistry that suggests biological origins and chemistry that's just chemistry. That's why everyone is taking this step by step. For every exciting discovery, there's also a lot of caution. It's why Perseverance's job is less about shouting "we've got aliens," and more about steadily gathering a mountain of clues that all point in the same direction. And that's not all. You have to remember that Jezero Crater was chosen specifically for its past. Scientists wanted to land somewhere that they believed would be rich in evidence, somewhere that really could have once been a livable Martian paradise. Imagine standing in Jezero Crater billions of years ago. There would have been water rushing through the river delta, pooling into the lake, carrying silt and nutrients that could have supported all kinds of microbial life. This wasn't just any old puddle. It was a dynamic ecosystem that's known on Earth to be teeming with microscopic life. Perseverance isn't just drilling and zapping rocks for fun. It's specifically focusing on areas that geologists believe would have been perfect for trapping and preserving signs of life. If there were tiny creatures living here, the idea is that their remains might have gotten trapped in the sediment, preserved for billions of years. These fossils, if they exist, would be microscopic, but their discovery would be groundbreaking, and the first clues are pointing in that direction. These organic molecules Perseverance found could very well be the remnants of something once alive. Through this search for signs of life, Mars starts to become more than a science mission, offering a look at what could happen to other worlds like our own, bringing Mars's past back to Earth. The fascinating part of all this is that it's not just about finding evidence that life existed, it's also about understanding the environment itself. What was Mars like in those early days? Perseverance's instruments are not only identifying organic compounds, but they're also helping to understand the geochemical environment, things like temperature, mineralogy, and exposure to radiation. Understanding these environmental factors is crucial because they help scientists understand if the conditions were truly right for life. The Perseverance mission is not just another space mission. It's part of a bigger effort to bring Martian samples back to Earth. This task is huge because analyzing these samples on Earth is going to give us a much deeper insight into what exactly we're dealing with. All the tools on Perseverance are impressive, but there are limits to what a rover can do on another planet. Laboratories on Earth are equipped with incredibly sophisticated technology, far more advanced than anything a rover could carry, which can be used to analyze Martian rocks at a level that's simply impossible on Mars. Scientists are optimistic that these samples could contain fossilized microbes, which would be definitive proof of past life. It's the hope of finding life on another planet that continues to drive these missions. Imagine if we confirm that Mars did in fact have life at one point. What would that mean for us? For one, it would mean that life is not unique to Earth. It would mean that, given the right conditions, life could spark almost anywhere in the universe. Mars is the closest place for us to test this theory. If we find life, even simple microbial life, It means the universe is probably teeming with life, waiting to be discovered. Looking further into the future, humans could set foot on Mars. If Mars were once habitable, there might still be ways to make it livable again. The data that Perseverance is collecting is going to be crucial for future human exploration. If we understand how Mars lost its water and atmosphere, it might help us develop technologies to adapt to the Martian environment, or even reverse some of these changes. The possibility of humans living on Mars, even in small numbers, is becoming more and more plausible. Mars is like a beacon in the sky, beckoning us with tales of what once was and what could be. This distant red world teases us with clues that it might have once brimmed with water, had a thicker atmosphere, and maybe even hosted life forms. These hints fill us with excitement about the vast unknowns waiting for us out there. They fuel our dreams of stretching humanity's presence far beyond Earth, showing us the cosmic potential of human exploration and settlement. But Mars also stands as a stark reminder, a kind of space-bound scarecrow, warning us about the fragility of planetary environments. It tells a chilling story of a world that might have been a lot like ours, but has since turned into a cold, barren desert. This dramatic shift whispers a warning to us all. Take care of Earth, our home, because even the most Earth-like planets can deteriorate into lifeless spheres if not protected. The Perseverance rover, trundling across Mars's rugged terrain, is more than a robot. It's our scout into a deep past. With every bit of soil it analyzes, and every rock it photographs, Perseverance pieces together a long-lost chapter of our solar system's history. It searches for signs of ancient water and life, gathering fragments of Martian history that could reveal how a once vibrant planet became a barren land. As we receive these pieces of data from millions of miles away, they do more than deepen our understanding of Mars. They also stoke the embers of a timeless question. Are we truly alone in this vast universe? The quest for this answer drives our space explorers to push further and look deeper into the cosmos. Mars, with all its questions unfolded bit by bit, holds not just answers about its past, but also hints at our future in space. With continued exploration, fueled by our curiosity and fortified by our determination, we stand on the cusp of potentially groundbreaking discoveries. Could this discovery on Mars mean we're not alone, or is it just a coincidence? Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey to uncover the mysteries of Mars. What do you think about the discoveries made by the Perseverance rover? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more fascinating content. And before you go, check out the next video on the screen. It's one you won't want to miss. See you there. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.